why I thought there was a quick practice.
Good final day, good Thursday, finalizing red zone. Injury-wise, probably ruling Justin out of the game, not having it practice and still being very tender on the ankle. Have full confidence in the three backs that we have in Rojo, Sedware, and Dominic Davis to go do their job. It's a next man up mentality. Zach Banner has really looked good this week. I think he's ready to go and be ready for us. We'll back him up with Chuma. Jordan's got a little bit of a sore knee. We'll see where he's at on Friday and Saturday for warm-up. Taylor McNamara had a good day today. Looked like he was back in full force, so hopefully expecting him to help us in this game. With that, I'll answer any questions that you have.
You've tried to
Go down.
You've tried to stay even keel, like you said, even in games like the Colorado game. You try to keep it even keel. Is that like, are you naturally like that? Is that a conscious decision? Do you have to kind of calm yourself down?
No, I think it comes with the nature of the position. Sometimes you learn being a quarterback and growing up in the trade, and because you looked at every snap by your team, you know, and with your quarterback, with your coach, and the way you react, they're going to react. You know, I remember being down in games last year. I think of this game, the Arizona game, being down early, the Colorado game last year being down early. I think that you have to have a sense of poise that, hey guys, everything's okay. Let's communicate what's going on. Sometimes these things happen. Let's get it fixed. Let's get it correct, and that's the way you handle it. If they know that you have confidence as a coach, I think it just rubs off on them.
Is there ever a situation, whether it's on the sideline or in halftime, where you do scream and yell?
In private setting, yeah. I do it majority of the time on the field. I believe that meetings and in game, you might as well be a high school teacher. You know, it's about communication and giving the information that's going on in the game and correcting things, or saying, hey, this is what we're getting to next. Give them the vision of being able to say that, hey, you know, we're in a critical 4-minute situation. These are the plays that are going to get ready to happen. Make sure we stay in bounds. Quarterback, protect the ball. Runners, 2 arms at contact. Hey, this is the last play of the game right here if we make a first down. Those are the things that you got to concentrate on rather than getting over emotional. Now on the practice field, yeah, it's Jekyll and Hyde. You push them as hard as you possibly can, but in meetings and in the games, it's more about being a teacher.
This is a change in on the demeanor of this team after 2 wins compared to where they were like after Utah.
Yeah, definitely some confidence going about them, and I love how they fought through adversity. You know, when you're 1-3, that's not a great feeling, and you have a decision to make of where you're going to go with your season. These guys chose to make sure that they were going to make it something, that we were in a hole, but we know how to dig our way out, and now we've gotten to where we're back even. We're 1 game behind in conference right now in the South, and we've got a great opportunity, but it starts with this game. It starts with Arizona.
How much are you guys watching like the South standings already?
Definitely. Yeah, I wish I could fib and say, oh yeah, but you watch it. I mean, it's only human thing, you know? Especially when you see what's going on in our league, how competitive it is. I mean, it's anybody's ball game. I mean, we're 4 games in with a 2-2 mark, and we've got 5 games left, and anything can happen. So we concentrate on this game, but yeah, you always look around and see what's going on with the league.
So when you get to word, it's the weather report in Corvallis is 50-mile-an-hour winds, are you like,
I haven't heard that, but it sounds good. That's a tough place to play.
And rain.
Really?
This is kind of down that line too. When you get into a bye week, how many weeks ahead do you start preparing for? Like how many teams are you preparing for at any given time?
Yeah, we got good fortune because really the next 2 weeks are 2 really up-tempo teams that are kind of spread teams. So we'll be able to do, especially defensively, we'll be able to do some things that take over the next 2 weeks, basically. Offensively, when we look at it, you're looking at 2 teams that are basically 4-down teams. So it's good carryover. It's not an odd front team and a 4-down team. It's 2 4-down front teams. So I think the next 2 weeks are going to be good carryover, and that off week can help us. It's a good question.
In any given time, how do you have like grad assistants or assistant staffers looking several weeks ahead? Or,
Yeah, definitely.
How far ahead do
they
people
actually
get?
do a presentation for us on Sunday, so they're always a week ahead, if not 2 weeks ahead, where they present us personnel, injury report, what they are on defense, strengths of personnel. They're able to give us, from a graduate assistant standpoint, give us great information on what's going on, as well as some of our quality controls that do actually break down the information in the computer.
Now, when you decide to structure it like that, is that something you put together in the off season that you kind of sit down and say, this is how I want to do it? And is there any differences compared to last year?
It just saves you so much time. It saves you so much time to be able to do it that way, because you think about it as a coach, you come in off a game, you come in Sunday, you're grading your own tape, and then now let's try to figure out what's going on with the next opponent. To be able to have additional staffers where they're breaking down that film, they've studied the personnel, to be able to give you that information on a Sunday night, it just speeds up the process for you. So it's great to have that help, and it's great to be at USC to be able to have it.
I know you mentioned the running backs are still talented, the three guys, but how much does it really change the game plan without Justin in there in the lineup?
We've got three really quality runners. I mean, we still remain balanced. We're going to stick to our MO of knowing that our run sets up the pass and be a balanced offense. We have a lot of confidence in the three kids.
Any progress report on Noah?
Getting closer. I think it's still hopefully November. We'll see where it's at, but academics are improving. I got a good report this week, so academics are definitely improving. So we'll see where it turns up in November.
When you say November, is that when he'll be back practicing, or when you're hoping to have him play in the
I'm
game,
hoping to be back on this field, and then we'll see where he goes from there.
It seems like Jalen Green is getting a lot more of some team reps over there. What has been the thinking behind that, and how have you seen him kind of be able to bounce from wide receiver to quarterback and move back?
Yeah, actually, when we do some of the athletic quarterbacks, we put Jalen in there to be able to give a great service look, to give a high-quality service look. It's usually the other opponent's plays that we're running with him. He's still got a great arm and is very, very athletic. So to be able to give a very mature veteran kid in there, to be able to give a great look for our defense, that helps out.
Would he be a potential to go in to run an offense for you?
Yeah, you've already seen it in our Bandit package, our Wildcat package that we have. We carry it every week, and he's so dynamic as both a runner and a thrower, and just having an emergency quarterback. God forbid that you look up and all of a sudden you have two quarterbacks down, and you're having a decision whether to take the red shirt off Matt Fink or let Jalen finish the game. Thank goodness you have a Jalen Green. Not only playing good wide receiver, but it's always good to have that emergency quarterback. It reminds you of the old Randall L. The ability to do both.
It's been a while since you guys last won a road game, going back to last season. Did you do anything extra this week to kind of prepare our team?
We've visited on it. We're going to be visiting on it very much so in the next 48 hours about the kind of the approach that you take on road games. And it's something that we've been very good at home and been poor on the road. I thought we got better at Utah in a hostile place. I thought that was a start, but this is a big game for us, and we have to transition here. All right, guys. Thank y'all.